birds ignite.
Chapter 1. The Three Little Pigs of Downtown Woods. Once upon a time, in the heart of Downtown Woods, just a hop, skip and a jump from the affluent Primrose Hill, there lived three little pigs, each as different as a cupcake and a cucumber sandwich. The sun shone brightly over the city, casting a warm glow that danced upon the cobbled streets, but beneath the cheerful facade lurked an air of suspense, like a secret waiting to be uncovered. The first pig, Percy, was as lively as a firecracker on bonfire night. With a penchant for the latest trends, he was always strutting about in his snazzy pink jacket, which was as bright as a flamingo in a field of daisies. Percy was a dreamer, an entrepreneur who could sell ice to an igloo. His ambitions soared higher than the London Eye, and he was convinced that he would one day transform the downtown woods into the next big thing. "Why build just a house when you can have a luxury pig palace?" he would squeal, his twinkly eyes sparkling with excitement. Then there was Petunia, the middle pig, who was as sensible as a teapot in a storm. Petunia had a knack for gardening, and her little patch of green was the envy of the entire wood. With her floral apron and her hair tied in a neat bun, she tended to her plants with the kind of love that could make even the grumpiest daisy bloom. A home should be sturdy and practical, not just pretty, she'd declare, polishing her spade like a knight preparing for battle. Petunia was the glue that held the trio together, her laughter ringing through the air like the sweetest melody, though she often found herself rolling her eyes at Percy's wild ideas. Lastly, there was Puddles, the youngest pig, who was as lazy as a sloth on a Sunday afternoon. Puddles preferred lounging on the sofa with a tub of ice cream, watching the world go by through the window. He had a heart of gold, but his dreams were as scattered as autumn leaves in a gust of wind. "Why work hard when you can hardly work?" he'd say, chuckling to himself as he sank deeper into the cushions. His brothers often teased him, calling him Puddles of Dreams, for he was always lost in a daydream about fame and fortune without lifting a hoof. One fine morning, as the sun yawned and stretched its golden rays across the city, Percy had a bright idea that was brighter than 1,000 fireworks. "Let's build our own houses," he exclaimed, his eyes wide with enthusiasm. "Imagine it, a pig palace, a garden retreat, and a cosy nook for our dear Puddles will be the envy of all downtown woods." Petunia, ever the pragmatist, raised an eyebrow. "But Percy, we need to think about safety. What if the big bad wolf comes sniffing around? He'll huff and he'll puff and he'll blow our houses down." Her voice was laced with concern, like a string of pearls waiting to be strung together. "Pfft, nonsense," scoffed Percy, waving his trotters dismissively. "The big bad wolf is just a story. We're living in the real world, Petunia. Besides, I'll build my house out of bricks, all the way from the finest builder's yard. It'll be strong enough to withstand anything." Puddles, munching on a handful of gummy worms, chimed in. "I think I'll just stick with the sofa for now. Maybe a beanbag? Who needs a house when you have Netflix?" He grinned, blissfully unaware of the chaos that loomed just beyond their cheerful little lives. And so, with dreams swirling in their minds like the fragrant steam from a freshly brewed cup of tea, each pig set off on their own adventure. Percy dashed off to source the finest bricks, Petunia traipsed to the local garden centre to gather supplies for her homely abode, and Puddles, well, he decided to take a leisurely stroll to the ice cream shop. After all, a little treat never hurt anyone. But unbeknownst to the three little pigs, lurking in the shadows of downtown woods was a danger more sinister than any they could imagine, the big bad wolf, whose cunning eyes glinted with mischief. He had been watching their every move, his stomach growling like a thunderstorm ready to break. "Three little pigs," he sneered, licking his lips. Oh, how deliciously delightful. As the sun dipped lower in the sky, casting long shadows over their bustling lives, the little pigs continued their preparations, blissfully unaware of the impending storm. Little did they know that their cosy homes would soon be tested, and the adventure of a lifetime was about to unfold, a tale of dreams, determination, and a rather hungry wolf. And in downtown woods, where the ordinary met the extraordinary, the stage was set for a modern-day fairy tale like no other.
Diamond stories where birds ignite. From reports to diaries, our stories take flight. With vocabulary gems and plots so grand, we'll transport you to worlds across every land. Get ready to listen to stories to ignite your imagination.